Kurtz, and I am the Coordinator of Business Development at ASTA, and I will also be the organizer for today's presentation. We are happy to welcome today's presenters, Alex Frati and Maria Kronk, joining us from Celebrity Cruises. Before we get started, I'd like to point out a few important features on your screen today. We will be answering your questions at the end of this presentation. To ask a question, you will be using your GoToWebinar pane. Near the bottom of this pane, there is an area that says questions. If you click the arrow next to where it says questions, it will open up a window pane, and this is what you'll be using to communicate with us today. If you're having trouble hearing this presentation, please make sure that your speakers are turned all the way up. And if this does not rectify the problem, please try dialing in and hanging up again. You can send me the technical issues via this pane, and I will try to answer them via the same pane to the best of my ability. Please note that all of our audience members are muted. We certainly want to hear from all of you today, but with so many people on the call, background noise would prove to be prohibitive, and we want to ensure that everyone can hear our presentation. Please remember, 2 of today's webinar attendees will win a $100 Visa gift card, one courtesy of ASTA and one courtesy of our lovely presenters at Celebrity Cruises. Finally, remember that this webinar is being recorded and will be available for your on-demand viewing pleasure at asta.org by the end of the week. Now, without further ado, let's get started. It is my pleasure to introduce Maria.
Thank you, Cara, and thank you, Valued Travel Advisors. We are very happy to have you here with us today. We are going to talk about our favorite subject, and that, of course, is Celebrity Cruises. So thank you for taking the time to join us, and we're going to go ahead and get started and talk about the top 3 trending celebrity products. The first one, of course, is our beautiful new ship that you just saw on the screen, Celebrity Edge, and she is sailing across the ocean right now to Europe, and we'll be sailing there all summer long. And then we want to take you back to Alaska, where it's a little bit cooler, and talk to you a little bit about some of the options that you have for Alaska on Celebrity. And then finally, we're going to talk about our new pricing strategy, Sail Your Way, and all the advantages and how you can make more money selling Celebrity Cruises. So we're going to jump right in and share with you, just in the short time that Celebrity Edge has been sailing, and that was her first sailing was in December. She has won so many awards: the Travel Weekly Magellan Award, the Cruise Critics Award. This is the best new ship out there, and of course we are one of the highest rated premium cruise lines. So you definitely want to think about selling Celebrity Edge in Europe this summer. So her season starts now. So May 15th through June 15th, she does a round trip Rome, Western and Eastern Mediterranean 10 and 11 nights. Starting in the middle of June through August 3rd, she'll be doing a 7-night rotation, Rome to Barcelona, and then the next 7 nights, Barcelona to Rome. And then finally, towards the end of the season, she'll be doing 9, 10, and 11 night round trip Rome, Western and Eastern Mediterranean, all the way through October 21st. And then she'll do a transatlantic back to Fort Lauderdale to start her Caribbean season on November 1st. So a lot of good diversity there with our Europe season on Celebrity Edge. Some of the home ports you're very familiar with, Barcelona being my personal favorite. This is such a great port to spend a few days before and after, as is Rome. And one of the new ports that we have is Santa Margherita in Italy, and it allows you to be very close to visit Cinque Terre, which, if you have not been there, I highly recommend it. It is 5 villages that sit alongside the Mediterranean on the side of a mountain, and you can actually visit all of them by foot, by train, or by boat. Highly recommend that as a new port that we're visiting, but overall as a fabulous destination. And of course, visiting some of the region's most wonderful shore excursions that we offer on Celebrity as well. Now, one of the features of the Celebrity Edge that is so unique and so exciting is our magic carpet that is cantilevered off the side of the ship. Now, it has a lot of different uses. One of the uses is when it's all the way down on deck 2, it actually becomes a platform for our tenders, which we call our launches. So they come right alongside the magic carpet, and it's so easy for our guests to come off the magic carpet and onto the launches, which are, by the way, air conditioned and just a luxurious way to get to the ports where we tender. And of course, we do tender quite often in Europe. It also becomes dinner on the edge. It becomes a specialty restaurant. Now, this platform holds approximately 90 to 100 of our guests, and it is absolutely the most breathtaking views of sunset. I can tell you that I had the pleasure of being on board for a few weeks, and it was just the most magnificent experience, and it's almost surreal when you're sitting in the magic carpet and looking out over the ocean. So this is such a unique feature. And of course, at night, it becomes a lounge, and our guests are truly able to enjoy it. And then during the day, at times, it'll be alongside our Raw on 5, which is our seafood restaurant, and you can have an outdoor dining area. So there's a lot of different uses for the magic carpet. Another wonderful destination, of course, that no one can miss when they're going to Europe is Rome. Of course, you can go to the Vatican and explore Rome in a day, because we do have our ships in Civitavecchia, which is approximately about an hour away from Rome. And I can tell you that the train ride from Civitavecchia into Rome is very, very simple. I've done it many times, and you can even get off at San Pietro Station, and you're just a few blocks away from the Vatican. So that is a wonderful option for you and your clients. Going back on board, we have the beautiful rooftop garden all the way up on deck 16. This is an area that's also multifunctional. We have, of course, our movies underneath the stars there. We have entertainment. If you look at those little butterflies that have the lights inside of them, we can actually have some of our musicians, our instrumentalists, sitting there, and they are actually playing for our guests who are enjoying the Rooftop Garden Grill, which is another one of our specialty restaurants. And this space can be used for games, outdoor games. We have all types of music playing out here, so it is a beautiful space on the top of our ship. Now, Monte Carlo, this is another beautiful destination for those of you who haven't been there. We offer, of course, the French Riviera from there, Cannes and Nice. You can, of course, visit Monaco's Old Town and visit the palace there in Monaco, which is very beautiful. You're looking at the casino right now, which is, of course, in many James Bond movies, as you all know. And then, of course, back on the ship, we have the beautiful Grand Plaza. This is really the focal point of the Celebrity Edge ship. This is where everything happens. Everybody wants to meet each other, friends and family can meet here at the Grand Plaza and enjoy the Martini Bar, which is what you're looking at there. And of course, up above one deck is Cafe Al Baccio, and many of our stores and restaurants surround this Grand Plaza, but it becomes a very, very unique area in the evening. We have a DJ out there. It becomes the place to dance and really enjoy the atmosphere of the ship. So imagine being at a 5- or 6-star hotel and being able to enjoy the lobby area. But this is, of course, a little bit smaller, but it is a beautiful, beautiful area to enjoy in the evening as well. Another one of our beautiful destinations on the Celebrity Edge is in Cannes. This, of course, is where the perfume factories are. You can do a 0 to 60 Ferrari adventure as one of the popular shore excursions. So many options to enjoy in Cannes. And then many of you have heard about our dedicated suite class area called The Retreat. And the Retreat on Edge is very special because it was truly designed for our suite class guest in mind. And there's a separate area that is only entered by your special suite class key, and it allows you to go into this area, which is the pool, and of course there is a lounge that is inside, just behind this wall here, where you see the little chairs over the pool area, as well as Lumine, which is their own private restaurant. And all of our suite class guests receive their own personal butler in their suite. So there's many wonderful areas, including Michael's Club on some of our ships, which are now become the Suite Class Retreat Lounge. But on Celebrity Edge, it is truly a unique space. We also take our guests to Palma de Mallorca in Spain. This is a beautiful wine tasting region. There's so much to do in this area. This is one of the ports that not too many cruise ships go to, and it is such a beautiful port. As you can see, that's one of their cathedrals there. Now, many of you have heard we put some new design features on Celebrity Edge, and one of those is the infinite veranda. This stateroom is 243 square feet, but the veranda becomes an extension of the stateroom by a touch of a button. So there's accordion doors that you can see here on this picture, and when you touch the button, these accordion doors will close, and your balcony can actually become, or your veranda, excuse me, can actually become a proper veranda because you have an operable window. Another touch of a button, the window goes up and down, and you have a normal veranda stateroom. But of course, if you want those accordion doors to stay open, you can do so, and it becomes an extension of your stateroom. We also increase the size of the bathrooms in the infinite verandas, and they are so luxurious and so roomy, as you can see from the photograph there. There's sitting areas, there's areas for makeup, or you can slide that table away and have more space there. So it's a very multifunctional stateroom that has been designed on Celebrity Edge. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Alaska, this area that is so important to all of our guests. If they haven't been to Alaska, you definitely want to encourage those guests that have been to the Caribbean to definitely try Alaska next. So I'm going to pass it off to my colleague, Alex Frady, and he's going to tell you a little bit more about our beautiful ships in Alaska. Alex, take it away.
Hi, good day, everybody, and thank you so much, Maria. And yes, I love actually seeing all of those pictures of Celebrity Edge. There is so much more to that gorgeous ship than what Maria just shared. There's so many more venues and so many more amazing itineraries that you can experience on that ship. So really, really glad you talked about Edge, Maria. So Alaska, I love Alaska. I'm going to tell you why. Because I am a Florida boy, and any opportunity where I could see beautiful mountains, glaciers, bald eagles, the humpback whales, I'm going to be there. So I'm really, really glad to talk about Alaska. We have 3 amazing award-winning ships in the Alaska region. We have the Celebrity Millennium, which will also be the ship that you would use our Alaska cruise tours. And then we also have 2 Solstice class ships. Now, Celebrity Solstice has been servicing Alaska for quite a few years now. However, this is the very first year with Eclipse going into Alaska. So we're very excited to have Eclipse there. And they will be returning in Alaska next year in 2020. All right, so when you're in Alaska, we have 3 departure ports. We have Seattle, Washington, which is going to be where the Celebrity Solstice sails out of. And then we have Seward, Alaska. That'll be sailing out from, when you're heading southbound, you will sail out of Seward, Alaska, and then that'll be the Millennium, and then those sailings would finish over in Vancouver, and you can do a northbound or a southbound. Or we have a 7-night round trip on the Eclipse out of Vancouver, Vancouver, British Columbia. All right, now the amazing ports of call when you visit in Alaska, every sailing features a glacier. That is right. Every sailing will have a glacier that you will visit. It'll either be the Hubbard Glacier, or it would be Sawyer Glacier, or it will be near Endicott Arm, where you'll experience Dawes Glacier. So really beautiful ports of call. And then, of course, the cruise tour, our amazing award-winning cruise tour experience where you can experience the best of the interior of Alaska. When you cruise Alaska, you are only skirting along that coast. However, Alaska is huge. There is so much beauty and wildlife that is in the interior of Alaska that you can only experience in a cruise tour. So you always want to make sure when you're talking about Alaska, bring up the cruise tour, because When you're going up to Alaska, it's not enough just to see the coastline. You got to see the interior. So you have beautiful Denali, you have all of those places up there. Now with the cruise tour, it is all about the experience of the interior of Alaska. I've actually did a cruise tour myself last year, and I got to experience all of the hotels that we stay at, and they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. Some of them are really small and cute, and some of them are much larger as well. But the quality is really what makes the difference with the Celebrity Cruise Tour product. And it is fully escorted. We have the exact same tour conductor throughout the entire cruise tour experience. I love that. I love having that relationship with that same director the entire time. So that director gets to know all of the clients, they get to know all of their needs, they get to know all the things that they want to do, and then they make sure that all of those experiences happen versus changing as you go through each little location. And then the transportation. Our ships are modern luxury. The transportation in the interior of Alaska is modern luxury as well. The Wilderness Express Railcar is gorgeous. It has the panoramic glass dome roof over the train. It is 2 stories. You have your meals on the lower deck there, and there's power outlets. So you can take 1,000,000 photos and not worry about your phone dying because you got the USB power outlets on all of those chairs as well. All right, so let's look at the Millennium a little bit further. So the Millennium, she is just revolutionized. She had just received over a $75 million upgrade just a few months ago. Including that is the new Retreat Sun Deck. Now you saw the Retreat Sun Deck version there on Edge. We are including that in all of our ships as they get revolutionized so that every guest in a suite will have that Sun Deck experience. Also have the Retreat Lounge. Now our guests are very familiar with Michael's Club. It's a beautiful venue. We've completely modernized it by Kelly Hoppin's design. So it's been completely rebuilt and rethemed as the Retreat Lounge. And every single stateroom has been fully replaced. Not just refreshed and tidied up, no, fully replaced down to the metal studs. So all brand new fixtures, all brand new lighting, all brand new bathrooms, all brand new mattresses, all brand new everything in every suite and every stateroom. So it really will feel like a brand new ship for your client. And then with the dining, everybody loves the dining room, and we've completely modernized it. We've taken away a lot of the old classic traditional woods and put it in with all new modern lights, modern designs, and textures with it. Completely revamped Ocean View Cafe, lots more open space and more seating as well. And then the venues all aboard the ship has been completely redone as well. So Millennium class, Millennium and Summit has already finished hers, and then that's all of the things will be happening to all of the Millennium class as they go through the revolution. Now touching back with the Retreat. So this is the entire experience for Suite class is branded under the Retreat. They have the gorgeous suite. They have the amazing Luminae at the Retreat restaurant just for them. Then they have the new Retreat Lounge where there's a bar, there's a suite concierge there as well, and it's always open and available for our Suite class guests. And that brand new Retreat Sun Deck with the cabanas, there's a hot tub, and all of those lounging areas just for the suite guests to enjoy. So they never have to worry about there's ever any kind of issue with not having enough room on the Sun Deck. It is all there for them. So let's take a quick look at a few before and after images of what's happened on board the Celebrity Millennium. Before, here's the Royal Suite, and now you see the brand new look of the Royal Suite. Completely all new look, all new modern designs, and you'll see it's very similar to Edge as well. And then we're going to go ahead and look at the Michael's Club. That's what you're all familiar with it for now. And then it's been completely redesigned as the Retreat Lounge, and then of course here's a closer look at that Retreat Sun Deck. So imagine all of your Suite class guests sailing by the glaciers right here in that comfortable area along the Retreat Sun Deck. And as I mentioned that all of the staterooms have been completely redone. This is what of course she looked like before. And now all of the new modern staterooms look like this. Gorgeous. It's a much lighter, so it gives you a more open feel in that room. New lighting, new bathroom, new pillows, new lighting, new everything. So really, really nice modern luxury room on board Celebrity Millennium. And of course, that's for every single stateroom veranda, ocean view, inside. They will all have that look. All right, and then here's a look at the dining room. Earlier I mentioned that it was completely redone. You can see before it was darker with the darker tones in the woods. Now it is gorgeous. It looks like it's just a brand new, and it is a brand new dining room there. So really, really nice views there. So with the Celebrity Revolution, so what's happening is that Millennium, she is finished. Summit is currently sailing with Bermuda and the Caribbean, and then in the wintertime she's in the Southern Caribbean. She's been completely done. So everything that you just saw with Millennium is exactly what has already happened on Summit, and she just finished hers a couple weeks ago. Now right around the corner we have the Equinox. That'll be the first Solstice class ship to enter her revolution, and there's a lot of exciting things happening for Solstice class as well. And then of course in 2020 you can see what's happening with the rest of the ships, 21 through 23. So this is over $500 million invested into the Celebrity Revolution to modernize every one of our ships. So every ship in our fleet will have the exact same caliber, the exact amazing award-winning experience for all of our clients. And if you wanted to learn more about the Celebrity Revolution, of course, check out the CelebrityCommitment.com and 5-Star Academy. All right, Maria, I'm going to hand it back over to you for Sail Your Way.
Okay, Alex, boy, that's amazing how we have just transformed the fleet already, and we're very excited to see Equinox when she comes out. So we'll be sending you lots of photographs on that, but we're going to take you again to the CelebrityCommitment.com and remind you that all the assets for the Revolutionized Millennium and Summit are available to you on www.thecelebritycommitment.com. So we'll remind you about that towards the end of the call. So right now, I am thrilled to be able to introduce to you our new pricing strategy. Now, many of you remember that a few years ago, we introduced a revolutionary new way to sell celebrity cruises, and that was using our Go Big, Better, Best, which included the amenities that we have even today. And one of the things that I wanted to remind all of you on the call today is that you are making more money selling celebrity because we include the cost or the value of the amenities in the cruise fare, and that is what you get your commission based off of. So the way that Sail Your Way works is that we give you 3 options, and we heard you, and we wanted to provide a non-perk option. So Sail, which is the first option, is the lowest available fare. It may or may not include perks, but if it's a non-refundable, it does not include perks. So that will be your Sail option. I'm going to show you what it looks like on Espresso here in just a few moments. Number 2 option is Sail Plus, and that will always include 2 perks. And finally, our third option is Sail All Included. That is like going to an all-inclusive resort except traveling around the world on celebrity cruises. So Sail All Included includes 4 perks. So we heard you. We heard you say that you wanted 3 price points open in all stateroom categories, including inside. So you have that available today. Now our suite class guests, they always get all 4 perks and an upgrade to the premium beverage package. That's included in their cruise fare. So those of you who are selling our suite class are enjoying that higher commission because all 4 perks are included in the suite class cruise fare price. It also is applicable to all open deployment, including transatlantic, transpacific, or repositioning cruises. Now, the reason we exclude the Galapagos, our 2 ships in the Galapagos, is because they already have an all-inclusive package. So you don't need to worry about that because it's the same pretty much every time you buy one of our expedition cruises or now on the beautiful Flora that starts sailing in June. And again, just to remind you, you get full commission on the bundled rate, and that means the perks included, you get commission on that amount. So let's dig a little deeper. So in the Sail option, which is our lowest available fare, it is no perks, and it is a non-refundable deposit. Now, how the non-refundable deposit works is that the clients, if they decide to cancel or change the reservation in any way, they would lose $100 per person service fee. That's it. That's all that we would take out of what they had paid us. The rest of the money that they had paid on the reservation would be issued as a future cruise certificate, so they could apply that future cruise certificate to their next sailing. So really, they're getting the lowest rate, no perks included, and the worst case scenario would be that they would lose the $100 per person service fee. So that is a great option. Number 2 is our perk option. So let's review these perks. They get to choose from the classic beverage package, which includes the 20% gratuity to the server. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay attention to that, because many other cruise lines, they'll offer perks, but they don't offer the gratuities included, and you're getting commission on that. So that's the reason why you want to sell Celebrity, one of the many reasons. The Accelerate high-speed Wi-Fi is also an option. The onboard credit they can use towards shore excursions or whatever they choose is $300 per stateroom. And finally, the gratuities. So with the Sail option, or excuse me, Sail Plus option, they get to choose 2 perks. Now, of course, the best value is the Sail All Included, and that includes all 4 perks and an upgrade to the premium beverage package. And remember, that's alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and you get commission on the bundled cruise fare. Currently, we have an offer for our 3rd, 4th, and 5th guests that are sailing with you, and that is a 50% reduced cruise fare. So let's talk about groups for just a moment. With the Sail Your Way pricing strategy, our group policy has not changed, and you can find all the information that you need about our group policy on the celebritycommitment.com, and the web address is right there at the bottom of the screen, and also on Cruising Power. So for those of you who use Espresso to make your bookings, you can access that information about groups, our group e-kit, very quickly on Cruising Power. So Sail Your Way is combinable with groups, just like our Go Big, Better, Best was. So if you have a group prior to April the 4th and it's named and deposited, you can be protected at the original group rate and perks that you had. No worries. If guests want to make any changes to a name booking, they must go to the prevailing group rates and must be outside of final payment. Now, the best suggestion that I can make is that if you have an existing group, that you contact your partner advocate, and they will see what the best options are for those that are booking after April the 4th when we changed over to Sail Your Way. So always reach out to the partner advocates, and they'll be happy to help you with that. Now, if you book a group or booked a group after April the 4th, and you have unnamed staterooms in all categories, they can choose the Sail, Sail Plus, or Sail All Included at the time they make the booking. If they choose Sail, which is our non-refundable option, they would have to name the booking at the time. They would have to pay and name the booking at that time. So highly recommend that you take a look at the Sail Plus or Sail All Included option with the perks for your clients that are booking into your group. You can still book FIT and transfer it into the group as long as the space is still open to groups. So that's something else that the partner advocates can assist you with. So again, all the FAQs can be found on the celebritycommitment.com. So I'd like to show you a few of the screens on Espresso for those of you who use our proprietary booking tool. It is so easy to find the best promotions for your client's needs. So you go ahead and you log into Espresso via cruisingpower.com, and you can create either an FIT or a group reservation. So you would search for your desired ship and sailing date, and before you select your stateroom category, we suggest that you click View Promotions. Now, this example that you're seeing here is the Equinox 7-night Eastern Caribbean, August 31st. And as you can see, there's these arrows right here, and you can go forward and back on any of the dates to check the pricing, should you choose to. But from this screen, you want to click on View Promotions, and then under the Promotional tab, you will see promo code B, as in boy. That is the Sail Your Way option. So you've got the 2 perk options, and then you have the 4 perk options. Now, in some cases, you will see that the suites have their own line, And in this case, it is checked, 4 perks for suites, and then the best rate, which is a non-refundable. That's what NRD refers to, is non-refundable. So you can only compare 2 different options, and once you check the 2 options you want to compare, you just hit the compare button. And then what happens is 2 different screens will pop up. So let me take you to the next screen. 2 different promotional codes side by side will pop up on the screen so that you can see the difference between the rates, whether it's 2 perks or 4 perks, against the non-refundable rate to see which option is better for your clients. So what I recommend is that you take a look at Espresso and play around with it, because it really only takes a couple of times and it's very easy to use so that you can utilize the data in there to make the best selections for your clients. Now, there is a couple different resources for you that we can offer to give you assistance with our new pricing strategy. And the Celebrity Commitment is the one-stop shop for everything that you need regarding our Alaska product, our Europe product, Espresso, groups, you name it, all of our ships. All the videos and marketing assets that live in the Celebrity Commitment are here. We recommend that you put them on your Facebook page, you put them on your websites. All the information, all the assets that you find in the Celebrity Commitment are yours to utilize for social media. One of my favorite topics is the 5-Star Academy. Now, we always make sure the 5-Star Academy is updated with the latest and greatest. For those of you who are 5-star graduates, congratulations, because you're benefiting from all the fabulous benefits that we offer on a yearly basis when you recertify. And right now, we have 7 seminars at sea, 5-Star Academy at Sea programs that we are offering to our travel partners. So you want to get a hold of your celebrity sales manager. If you are a 2019 graduate, you would qualify for an invitation to our 5-Star Academy at Sea. That's one of the many benefits. You also earn CLIA credits. You earn 10 CLIA credits by being a 5-star graduate, as well as you get coupons every time you sail with us. And then finally, Cruising Power, and that is where our Espresso booking tool lives. And we want to encourage you to use that so that you can get the best rates every time. Our wonderful sales managers are happy to help you to work your way around the Espresso booking tool should you need any assistance there. Okay, so Cara, I am going to pass it over to you to see what kind of questions we might have.
All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. How long does the training take to graduate from the 5-Star Academy?
About 2 hours. If you were to sit there, you know, the entire time. There's 5 different modules, and they're very compelling and really a lot of good videos and just great information so that you can become a celebrity expert.
Okay, and does the FCC issued for the sale have an expiration date?
I'm sorry, the what? The
The FCC?
The FCC.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, the Future Cruise Certificate would have an expiration date, but usually it is about a year and a half that they can use it. It usually gives them quite a bit of time.
All right, perfect. Thank you. It looks like our next question is, what would be the best way to gain knowledge about ships that are handicap accessible?
Well, all of our ships are handicap accessible except for Expedition, I think, right, Alex? I think Flora is handicap accessible. So I think
right.
the only, yep, is that
right?
right?
So with Galapagos, Flora is a little bit more ADA compliant. However, of course, in the Galapagos, the nature of that program is, you know, going onto the Zodiacs, they will need to be able to be mobile and walkable. Yeah, but for all of the
Absolutely.
other ships, yeah, all the other ships, our normal cruise ships, yeah, fully ADA compliant.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And would they be able to gain more information on all of these ships on your agent portal?
Absolutely. So they can go to www.thecelebritycommitment.com. They can request the travel agent guide. There's great information about our accessible staterooms there. They can, go to the brochures. So we have a lot of different resources that would assist you there. And we do have an access department that if you have any special needs for your clients, they are happy to assist you with any special needs.
All right, and it looks like we only have one more question at this time, and that would be, can you book a suite without the perks as non-refundable?
No, you cannot, because suites always include the perks. So you cannot book a suite as a non-refundable. It's just added into the pricing automatically.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for such an informative webinar and helping us to answer some of those questions. I'm sure that we have some more questions, but our advisors are seeking the information out on the portal themselves. With that, I'm going to go ahead and announce our webinar winners. So drum roll, please.
Okay,
for our gift card
fantastic.
giveaways today. It looks like we will have Phil Anderson. Phil Anderson, thank you so much for staying on with us throughout this entire presentation, as well as Susan Kelly. Susan Kelly, congratulations to you as well. I will be connecting with both of you after this webinar. As I had mentioned, this webinar was being recorded, so if any of you would like to listen to the presentation again, it will be available to Ask the members on askthe.org by the end of this week. We do not have any more questions that look like they have come in, but we are getting some thank yous. So thank you again to our presenters. You both did an absolutely amazing job, and we had a lot of insight from this presentation.
Thank you, Cara. Thank you, travel advisors. We really appreciate you continuing your education on celebrity cruises.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, thank you, everyone. This will conclude today's presentation. We hope that everyone has a wonderful afternoon and enjoyed hearing from our proud partner, Celebrity Cruises. Please be sure to complete the survey that pops up on your screen, and I hope that everyone has a great rest of your day. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.